Thank y'all.
Thank you.
And we are back with Effron White and Lauren Blaine. So glad to have you back. This is the part of the show where we just got listening to all of those wonderful songs that you presented to us. And we want to get to know both of you a little bit better.
All right.
Okay, Effron, I'm going to start with you. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in West Memphis, Arkansas, and raised there, too.
Okay, okay. What about you, Lauren?
Little tiny place called Staten, Oregon.
What town?
Staten, Stayton, Staten.
Okay.
And it's just outside of Salem.
Okay.
So
And you grew up there and stayed there?
my whole,
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
was a kid, yeah.
So what got you guys to Tennessee?
Different things.
Yeah.
Well, that is a story. I'm going to leave a lot of it out. I was married to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Well, now, you were married before. For a long
well,
time.
yeah,
had
I'm
two
leaving
kids.
that. I'm leaving that part out for now.
She was a good
okay.
one.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just was going to say she was a good one.
Yeah, I was married to a good one, and then I got married to another one. But God works in wondrous ways, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
But one day we were sitting around talking with this second wife, and she said, "What would you need to do to get your songs heard by the right people?" And immediately, without even thinking, I said, "Move to Nashville."
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, "Well, let's move to Nashville."
Wow.
And we had a big old yard sale and sold everything. She owned a house, and she sold the house. And we moved to Nashville. And it wasn't even a year before we were separated, and that marriage was done.
Right.
So she left, and I stayed. And,
There you go. Well, you were in a good place to be with the music and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've learned so much more about who I am and what may be my purpose here on earth.
There you go.
And,
Well, that's good that you can figure it out. I'm still
well,
wanting to know what I'm going
I
to do when I
haven't.
grow
I
up.
am
It
still
changes all
working
the
on
time,
it.
you know.
Yeah.
You know, I think, well, maybe.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do this music thing
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
the art.
and the art. Yeah.
And Lauren, okay, so you were in Oregon. I know you had a stint in L.A., and then you ended up in Tennessee as well.
Well, yeah, that's kind of an interesting story too, because I I moved from Oregon to go to LA to do the music business, and you know, you do what you do there, and you avoid the pitfalls that all the women go through there, and then, but I kept saying I want to go to Nashville. I want to go to Nashville, and one day I was doing a sales gig, just a work gig, you know, and I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I thought to myself, okay, I need to make a decision. I'm thinking, what am I going to do with this Nashville thing? I'm doing my laundry, of all things.
Mm-hmm.
And on the radio comes, I was walking in Memphis. I was walking. I'm like, oh, that ain't a sign.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, will you sell my car back in L.A.? I am going to Nashville. So
Oh, wow.
that was about 1991.
Not Memphis, huh?
Not Memphis, no.
But Nashville.
Yeah.
It had to be Nashville.
Close.
And so I went there. I got a producer. That was nice. And I was there about a year and a half. But then the West Coast called me back. My parents lived there. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I kept coming, boomeranging back and forth between LA and Nashville, going, I have to stay here. And I never could get myself to stay there. Stop. And then my parents, my dad passed away some time ago, and then my mom in 2015. And of course, I had to do some thinking on that whole thing. thought, you know what, I'm going. Packed 2 bags, put my cat in the carrier.
Oh, wow.
And I moved to Nashville. I haven't been back since. So that's how I stayed in Nashville. But there were little, bits and pieces here and there. Managed a couple people here or there.
Mm-hmm.
But songwriting's always been my thing. From way back. That's why I went to LA, songwriting, da-da-da, and so and then when I came to Nashville, I wanted to learn from the best,
Right.
So
right.
that's where I went.
Okay.
That's where I finally stayed.
So how long have you been writing songs?
Since about 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. They suck then.
Hey, you got to start somewhere,
Cliffy Stone, he was a Tennessee Ernie Ford's manager. And I had the pleasure of meeting him and knowing him a little bit in L.A. And he wrote a book called You Got to Be Bad Before You Can Be Good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
True. That's
that,
true.
But yeah, it's true. So anyway, that's what we got going on. And then when we wrote together, it was kind of the continuance of that.
Right.
What a great guy to write with, huh?
I bet. Yeah, yeah. Well, Effron, where were you in your life when you decided, okay, I can write songs, I can play guitar, and I can do this?
The first time?
Well, I think I kind of knew it all along.
Yeah.
I didn't think about doing it for a living or anything, or to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I just wrote songs, and no one ever taught me to write. I just started writing when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I was just listening to singer-songwriters then, James Taylor and Bob Dylan, and I just automatically started writing really bad songs about girls, of course.
Now, were you playing guitar while you were, by this time, when you're writing songs?
I was. Yeah, I was playing guitar. I got my first guitar. Well, I stole it from my brother, who got a guitar from Christmas, and he just kind of let it sit there a while, and finally I picked it up, and started playing it, and it became my guitar. So.
There you go. Did he want it back after you started playing?
No.
No? Okay. So he left the talent with you.
I guess so.
His favorite, the brother's favorite, was Bob Dylan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was also a big influence on me, because I'd hear Bob Dylan coming out of my brother's bedroom, and I'd say, man, that guy can't sing. And my brother would say, if you could sing like that, you'd make $1 million. And here I am today, and I still haven't seen that $1 million.
Lauren, who were some of your musical influences as far as writers or singers? Or
Well, I was going to say one thing about that I just remember too is when I was 15, I realized I loved all these songs. I listened constantly, had that little transistor radio going, right? And I loved all these songs. And then one day I finally realized, oh wow, somebody had to write these things.
yeah,
Why couldn't I do that? So that's where it started. But early on, really, it was a lot of Motown as far as the whole totality of the songs. It was like, oh, God, that's so good. But Bernie Taupin with Elton John, of course, people also say, oh, Elton John, and I was making a point to comment, don't forget Bernie Taupin. He's one of those brilliant songwriters ever. And then as I got older, I started kind of hanging out with the older crowd, and they turned me on to John Prine, and, right? And Liverman, oh, he's great. And those types of guys. And then time went on a little further, and I got into vocally. I got into Pat Benatar and Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah.
And I had the good fortune of actually playing with Roger Capps, who was Pat Benatar's bass player, on some gig they had the band, and Roger was the bass player, and I did "Hit Me With Your Best Shot."
Oh, cool.
And we got to that end, and he says, "What key do you do a heartbreaker in?"
Oh, God.
I'm like, gosh,
Have no clue.
I wish we had internet so I could look up the words.
Yeah.
But yeah, those type. Bonnie Raitt's a huge influence.
Uh-huh.
You know, for me as a songwriter, but also other people. There's just too many to mention.
Oh, I know. There's a ton.
Yeah,
There's a ton.
You get into old, like George Jones's "He Stopped Loving Her Today."
Mm-hmm. Yep. So quite a mix of people for you.
Yeah, yeah.
And you, I mean, we pretty much.
Yeah.
You've already mentioned that, so.
Yeah.
And I will mention to our listening audience that you were the Kerrville New Folk winner in 2004. That's quite an honor.
Well, there are 6 winners every year, so I was one of those 6.
But you're a winner. Either way.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, I was shocked when I won. I mean, I was happy just being a finalist there. But then when they called out my name, I wasn't even expecting it. And I went, whoa, did they say my name?
Yeah.
So.
Wow. We've had a lot of the winners come through this studio here, definitely, and all top notch. So you're with good stead, no doubt.
So how'd you meet Charlie Roth?
At Kerrville.
Makes sense.
Yep. I met Charlie at Kerrville, and we hung out and traded songs and went and got some barbecue in town.
He's a pretty good guy from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Charlie. He's a real sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie's a great guy.
He is.
Charlie's so generous because he does record other people's material, all of his friends, you know, their
Right.
material, and
That's
that's really
quite an
cool.
honor. That says a lot about what he thinks about your music, and you know, to be able to spread it around to maybe people you haven't reached yet. That would, it just brings it all together. So, have you toured in Europe at all, or thinking about it, or just United States
We
bound?
have not. We've thought about it. We just don't know how to do it.
Well, yeah. It's the money that's the barrier. You know what I mean?
Always.
Money
Always.
is a problem too sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but,
I think your music would go over well.
I do
I
too.
think they love what your music is really kind of to me just a beautiful blend of what you would call Americana. Americana is a catch-all phrase nowadays.
Yeah.
But you kind of fit a lot of that. You have a blues oriented, you have country oriented, you got rock oriented. So you're not.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
You're not in the corner. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're not in the corner.
You definitely got your own niche and your own sound. I mean, if somebody hears you, when they hear you, they know who you are. So that's always really good.
Now I
to
hear,
have
like
that.
I told you earlier, I hear a little John Hyatt in your voice and a few other people as well. So I mean, it's interesting to me.
Tom Waits. You know, that gravelly kind of Tom Waits.
I used to be a lot more gravelly. I think I've got away from that quite a bit.
Go smoke a cigarette.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
That's what I used to say.
kidding.
That's what I used to say about Janis Joplin's songs. Why hell I just go smoke a couple of telephone poles.
There you go.
I bet Rocky thought I was more gravelly back when he first heard me. Right?
You were more gravelly then, but that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
Good.
I know the gravel, when you try to do that, sometimes it takes its toll.
Yeah. Well, I've learned a lot, actually. Yeah. I mean, I'm still not that great a vocalist, but I've learned a lot from this lady right here. She has taught me to listen to singers, and what they do, and I've learned a few things from that.
I made him
Just
listen.
by listening.
I made him listen to Phoebe Snow.
Oh.
You know,
Her
Well-
first album was one of my favorite albums.
yeah,
Of course, I listened to her before, but I didn't listen.
yeah. And all those little, I got the blues from my baby down by the San Francisco. You know, it's like
It's like
Yeah.
Ricky Lee Jones too. There's
Yeah, I
those
love-
great inflections.
that's
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
I sang the crap out of that album. I don't even know it has grooves in it anymore.
Yeah, she's big Ricky Lee Jones. In fact, we saw her recently
Daddy's also
in Nashville.
Yeah. And it's also what's that song? Last Chance Texaco.
Yeah. Ren Renfrey one night did, what was the song? Danny's also joined in here when they
Oh,
were here
yeah,
with,
yeah.
when the Renfreys were, they were 2-bit Palomino at that
Yeah.
time.
Right. With Bill Ward.
Bill Ward was with them, and we had a good time that night.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. We know them.
We know,
You and I, we have a lot of mutual friends.
Yeah.
So I got a question to ask you real quick. I know Helen's got some more, but, it's that microphone picked me up.
That's true. You're a loud mouth.
In your forte area where you like to play, okay, the Deep South or the Midwest, wherever you're most comfortable, what venue in that area have you not played that you want to play?
Have I not played?
You played Green Hall. That's nice.
Hmm?
I said you played Green Hall. That
Well,
was nice.
I played in the low, the low part of the venue, in front of the bar.
Where would you? A lot of people have never even been in that room.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
So where would you like to play though? Would you send a message out right now to one of those places that you need?
Oh.
They need to pay attention to you. This is a good time to do it. Come on,
I wish I'd thought about that.
Very good question.
and you can jump in there.
You know, I would love to play small theaters.
Yeah.
Small theater anywhere.
Listening room type, venues.
Uh-huh.
You know, probably my favorite places to play are the time we had the most fun, I think, playing for people was up in Montana
Oh, yeah.
and Wyoming.
Well, you got to take music to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they were hungry for music.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so they are good listeners, and they treat you like royalty. And the venues pay better.
Really?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do. Yes, they do.
They have to.
Yeah, the people who live here don't know how spoiled they are.
Well, and the whole thing, like what with us here, when you put 50 people in this room, it's magic. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you put 70 in here, like we've done a few times.
It's hot as hell.
Feels like
But-
Texas in it.
I love little venues like this. Listening venues, so I'd
Nice to have
love.
people listen.
I would love to do more house concerts for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And
But those bigger
But-
crowd theaters, like 300,
yeah,
500.
that's a dream.
Texas Theater.
I'd probably forget more lyrics in those, but
Texas in Greenville, Texas would be a good one for you.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, look that one up.
You
They do a lot
know,
of shows over there now.
a lot of songwriters are like, oh, well, I'm not going to have my lyrics in front of me. I'm not going to have an iPad. I'm not going to have a notebook or anything. And it's like, why? These composers and
Orchestras
these
do.
orchestras have all their music in front of them. So I think it's fair, and you shouldn't even worry about that. You just treat it like a safety net when you go. Don't actually need it, but if you do, it's there.
That's right. See, we don't call it Alzheimer's, we call it sometimers.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard. I mean, there's a lot of words and a lot of songs, and
Shoot, yeah.
good grief to remember every single one of them. Yeah.
yeah,
I think that same thing. I think, gosh, he's written like thousands of songs and remembers most of the lyrics all the time.
Yeah.
But if we're going to play something he hasn't played for a while, he'll brush up on it.
Yeah.
It'll come out just fine.
Yeah.
So where do you guys see yourselves 5 years from now?
nursing home.
Oh, I sure hope not.
So
for yourself.
I am.
That's where I can get you over here.
I am kidding. It is my goal to keep on doing this as long as I can walk up on a stage. 5 years from now, well, I want to be playing those theaters.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And doing sync for film and TV. That's part of what I'm working on is
Okay.
because there's so many songs that we have,
Right.
and that's really the new radio for singer-songwriters is
Movies.
movies
Yeah.
and TV. Yeah, because radio, we did that album I was talking about earlier that got to the top 10 and 11 weeks and all that kind of stuff,
Right.
and it was played on radio, but it didn't have the impact that a film. How many
Right.
people are watching that film or the TV show?
Mm-hmm.
And with what's the name of that thing that you look up you sing the song into it, and you can find out what song it is, whatever that is. That makes it real.
Like sound down or
Yeah,
Shazam, but
Shazam. Yeah.
I don't know if you can just sing into it. It's got to be something digital, I think, for it to
okay.
pick up on.
But
I bet AI could find it for you.
Yeah, they're getting better.
we'll work with AI in that way. Find our song so people can buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it really is important. I don't want to stand on my little soapbox for just a second, but it really is important at this day and age that the people who love our music, everybody's music, whoever's music, that it gets democratized. Like nobody wants to buy a CD anymore because they've been cut off from having a CD player. The car manufacturers won't put them in the cars, will
Right.
not let you have an option to do it. And so that cut a lot of income from songwriters.
Yeah.
So if you buy a T-shirt from a guy that you really like, say he's $25 or whatever it is, that's a lot of Spotify plays.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I'd like to see people support artists that way.
Mm-hmm.
A mug for I don't know, $15 or whatever.
Yeah.
It puts money in the guy's pocket so he can get down the road to do the next gig or to record. They forget you got to pay money to record these things, and all that stuff has become democratized now. The labels don't pay for it.
Right.
God knows, try to do it yourself. That's a lot of green that goes out of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I would love to see people create more of a movement toward that. Like buy something.
Yeah.
You want a CD? I understand it's all over. You can get music anywhere, but you can't get
Now,
that CD. You
with-
can't get that.
With Effron,
Mhm.
he's dual art, so you can go to his, buy a CD if you still have a CD player, and if you don't, you can buy a painting, or you can buy both. It's just a one-stop Effron shop, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
I've seen the pictures
Yeah, and
here. I got to show Bruce in a few minutes.
the website that we put together is if you buy a physical CD, it's $20, but you also get the immediate download, so you don't have to wait for it to come in the mail to listen to it. And once you have the physical download, you can run it onto a thumb drive
Right.
and take it in your car and play it. 'cause,
Right.
So
Yep.
that's it's kind of how to get above this.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen a lot of artists recently using the thumb drives to put their albums on and sell that instead of the CDs.
Yeah, I have a
So-
couple of
The
those
audio
with
and
us.
video,
Right.
Yeah,
like what you're going to have from tonight.
That's
Yeah.
right.
yeah, that'd be really good. I've got some thumb drives that I have photographs and the liner notes and all that stuff you can't get on digital download.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She's pretty doggone organized, keeping you in line, isn't she?
Yep.
That manager thing,
Yeah,
Yep.
that L
She
manager.
does all the work. I just show up.
Aw.
You do all the heavy lifting, though, I gotta say.
Well, you both
I do that.
complement each other very well, and I really look forward to see what's coming down the pike for y'all. And again, I welcome your visit today. It's been a real pleasure, and I know our
Thank y'all.
studio audience feels the same way. And I look forward to having you guys come back sometime soon.
Right, anytime.
All righty. Thank
Y'all are
you
beautiful.
again.
Thank you.
We'll get in our Kia tour bus and come on over.
There you go. And thanks for our audience out there listening. Keep on tuning in. You are in the music room.
Thank y'all.